So now that we've done the GMRI processing, the next step is the fitting of the data into a curve. Now for that we use a template which has again been devised by the very clever Dr. Kieran Hollingsworth, and so what I do is we've got a template here, copy that into the specific folder of that patient or volunteer. That's the folder there. So first thing is to open this file. Okay. Okay. So there's a number of different sub files in here. So you got to input one, and the first thing is you want to insert the data. So you go on here, open. Now you need to choose the right place to wherever you store the data. Oops, sorry, my computer is, that's my folder. So we were doing 32. It's a good thing to write it down and just tick as you get along. So now you see it only reads this file, so what you want to do is all files, or rather make it simpler, text files, and then you only get the files you want. These text files have been outputted by GMRUI. These are the three files we outputted. One is exercise 1, the other one's exercise 2, and the third one is REST, and it contains data for both REST 1 and REST 2. So let us say we want to do REST 1 first. So yeah, this is just a way of importing the data in a useful way. Click on finish, you'll get another file open up. Okay, so then you come down to the amplitude. You want to choose the amplitude. This gives the area under the curve. You select this bit, copy it, go over back and paste it, and you choose pH. You go over there, that's the one, copy it. That's exercise. The first row is exercise 1, the second row is exercise 2. Okay, so this is input 1 is exercise 1, input 2 is exercise 2. So while we're at it, we might as well just finish REST 1 and REST 2. So to go back, this is REST 1 and 2. We select REST 2, which the first line was REST 1, the second line, the amplitude again, is REST 2. You select that, control copy, and then control V, copy paste. You paste that back in here, select pH, and then go back, scroll down, select the pH, copy that, go over here, paste that. Okay, so that's done. Now we can close this file if you want, and then you can come back to input 1, select this, open, and now you want exercise 1, open. Next, similarly, you want the space, that's the data preview, next, finish. Okay, so as I said, again we want the amplitude, so we scroll down a bit. That's, sorry. Now there should be 63 rows in this, and you can just scroll down. You can see, you can count and see. So I'm just going a bit overboard here, but there, 63. So you want to copy that, put it back over here, and paste that in here. There, you see, now you've got the PCR depletion, a nice curve there, but then you have to do that for exercise pH as well. Sorry, this is a bit, it's not as smooth as I normally do it. The only reason why is because I'm using my Mac from home using a remote desktop connection. Okay. So you select this bit, scroll it down 63 readings, you copy that and you paste that. Okay, so that's input 1. Then you've got input 2. Just click here, you don't need exercise 1 anymore, you can just close that and you can basically go to open, you choose exercise 2 this time, next space, next, finish. Okay, so again we want to come down to the amplitude bits. Okay, there. There. I better just use this. That's done. Where's it gone? There. Okay, so we want 63. Again. Oh, this is a problem in my mouse. So you want 63 again? Okay. There. Okay. Now let's select the pH and you just scroll down. And you just want to scroll, get 63 readings here as well. Right, so that's done now. The next step is go to exercise 1. Scroll up. Now you are looking at the PCR evolution, which means basically it's a temporal relation of a PCR with the exercise. You can see here how the PCRs are at baseline. Maybe here you can see that there's a PCR recovery. It's stepwise here and then goes back to baseline here. So I'd probably say that this is a point of exercise. This is a point where the exercise starts over here. You need to be able to draw 3 lines through that like that. So this would be about 60 seconds, because that's 80, that's 100, 60 seconds. So I then scroll up, make sure the time, here you can see this. Start time of exercise, I probably put it as 60. And then I got to start time of recovery, and I probably put it as 140, as maybe 140. We can always change it and see if it doesn't fit the curve properly. And then I go to input 2, and here you see, now this is a bit more messier. You could see that the baseline here of the PCR, and then it suddenly drops down there, and then it goes up a bit here. I don't know, I'll probably say this is 80. I probably need to check this with Kieran. And then this is a point of exercise recovery, which is 2. This is T. Okay. Now you can go to process A1. Yeah. Oh. And look at the goodness of the fit. And for that, you first want data, and you want to solve it. See, it's not fitting very well, and we can go back and have a look at it. Let's have a look here. Solve it. doesn't solve very well here as well. You see this this line here goes up. It just doesn't fit the curve very well. This probably will solve well. Yep, that looks good. Let's try that one. Solve. Let's say that's okay. Now, as you saw here, this didn't solve very well. This one or this one. So it's maybe there's a problem somewhere, and we could go back, have a look, input 1. It's probably okay, isn't it? Now the question is whether I use this point as a start of recovery 140, and maybe we could try and see if this is a point of recovery where you can draw a line through that. So if I said 230, what will happen? Go back. See if we can solve it now. There you go. You see that that's a much better solve there. Let's go have a look at this and probably see what this does. Even this is a better solve, but we can, yeah, this is a better solve than the one before. And there you go, these are fine. Now the results of the answers are in the sum output 1 and 2. So you've got exercise 1 here, exercise 2 here, and you've got the results here like PI, PCR, your PCR below basal, your percentage BCR drop, your tau half of the PCR, your tau half of the ADP, resting pH, end exercise and minimum pH, the nadir pH. You can also calculate the pH recovery time, which I will show in a later slide. Thanks for watching. It's Akash Sinha signing out again.